It's the middle of October and Paulownia are deciduous. That means they will start to lose their leaves. Now, interestingly, this one's still putting out new growth. Maybe perhaps not exactly new growth, but certainly not desperate to shed its leaves. Though they are a mixed picture, these are all seed grown. I'm still very much in favour of seed grown Paulownia. It means that you can clone your best and most suitable ones to your very specific locale. So this one here has lost all its leaves really rapidly for some reason, and there are a few others like that. As I said in previous videos, really don't judge my patch here, or don't gauge the likely growth rates of your Paulownia on my small patch here. It's very shaded, and Paulownia really do like full sunshine, so it's very evident that those down here in the most shaded northerly part of this north facing slope have grown much less vigorously and have shed their leaves far sooner. I don't think it really matters too much when you plant Paulownia or any of the root trained plugs that I'm selling. What is important is that you do vegetation control continually for the first year, at least until they establish. I was a bit lax on the vegetation control. These were planted last October, and in general just a wee bit disappointed in how much they have actually grown, though there could be several reasons for it, not just the vegetation control. It was a particularly wet summer this year, 2023, and Paulownia don't enjoy having their roots soaking in water. They like a lot of hydration, but they don't like having their roots soaking in water. So not a tree for the bog or saturated ground. I always try to steer customers to what I feel is in good condition, and these are Paulownia Pao Tong. I've also got Elongata in very good condition, and as you can see, very good healthy root system. And my experience of Paulownia is that's all you really need to have a successful plant tree. If you do want to grow these on in a polytunnel or separately, you don't want to do the vegetation control, then you mustn't break up the root plug or tease out the roots at all. That's not what root trained plugs are all about. Watch my video on planting root trained tree plugs. I'll put a link in the description. If you want to grow them on in a polytunnel or even outside, then you must plant them in pots that are deep enough to take the whole root trained plug without breaking it or crushing it. I do have some really good healthy stock of some varieties of Paulownia. The Pao Tong that I've just shown you there, a very healthy, vigorous root growth, and also these Elongata. Both the Elongata there and the Pao Tong were sown late in the season, and it's quite remarkable they've kept their leaves. I have kept them in the polytunnels. These are Nordmax, a hybrid, and Nordmax are probably amongst my most vigorous growers. These were outside for most of the summer there, and for young Paulownia that doesn't help. I'll be changing my strategy next year. But even though, as you can see, that one's coming out with fresh new growth. Now it's back in the polytunnel. Lots of new buds on that one. I'll take a close up with the phone, and also that one there, maybe you can just make out lots of healthy new growth. So interesting this late on in the season that these are still doing so well. These were Elongata that I stooled, I chopped them, and next year that's how I'm going to be selling them. They'll be stooled, and as you can see, they're growing from basal shoots readily. These are Tomentosa, mixed with Tomentosa. Their root plugs aren't as well formed as I'd liked. Hope you're appreciating the honesty. But again, some of these are coming out with new shoots and new growth even this late in the season. So if we get some warm weather, these are still growing, so they'll still be firming up their root plugs. And lastly, Shan Tong. So I've actually got quite a lot of all the varieties. These are Shan Tong, and likewise, I'm quite astonished here. These are coming out with new shoots still this late on in the season. Remarkable. I suppose the beginning of October was very, very mild. In fact, warm. Anyways, like I say, these will come stooled. So you can see there that one was stooled, and it's just shooting from the trunk, from the stem, readily from epicormic buds. I'm really well set up now with a dedicated grow room with grow lights and heated area for germinating Paulownia seeds, which require high temperatures and high humidity, so I can grow to order now. And growing to order means that when I do supply them, they will be in the peak of condition. Thanks a mil for watching. Good luck.